Hello, I'm Brigantia, Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Saturday. It's time for our sneak peek for what we're going to have going on at this channel and on our Discord server from November 14th through 20th. Now, astrologically, the sun is remaining in Scorpio, which, as we've covered before, is a fixed water sign. So think energy that's very mysterious, intuitive, passionate. If you still feel like the veil is kind of on the thinner side, that's because it is. And so this is a good opportunity to use the Scorpio energy to your advantage, particularly if you're doing any work that's really oriented towards the other side of the veil. Now, the moon from Sunday to Tuesday will be in Aries, which is a cardinal fire sign. And when the moon is in Aries, there's going to be lots of beginnings, rapid events, and people in general tend to be more argumentative or at the very least more assertive. It just depends on who's been doing their shadow work and who hasn't. Then on Tuesday, the moon is going to move into Taurus, which is a fixed earth sign. It will stay there until Thursday. In this sign, its energies are going to be long-lasting. They'll be harder to change. There'll be a tendency to increase in value. So if you're doing any prosperity work, Tuesday to Thursday is going to be your best days to cast those spells. Now on Friday, we have our full moon, and the moon will also be in Gemini, which is a mutable air sign. And for Gemini, you might think that outside influences will be very strong, energies can be easily changed, and it's hyper communicative. And this is where it will stay until Saturday. So anything you're having to do, if you're needing to communicate ideas or you're wanting to make a presentation, Friday and Saturday is going to be your best bet. Mercury is going to be in Scorpio all this week, so fixed water sign, and in this context, think focused, intuitive, and observant. This isn't going to be communications that are very, it's not going to be so much about you expressing yourself, it's about you picking up on what everyone else is communicating with. Now, if you are working on developing your psychic senses or your intuitive capabilities, this is a very good time for you because everything that people are projecting, if you focus yourself and harness your capabilities, you're going to start making strides on being able to accurately interpret that. Now, Venus is in Capricorn, a cardinal earth sign, so practical, mature, responsible, kind of the day in, day out sludging of a relationship. You know, the boring stuff that still has to be done, maintenance things. If your relationship does have some areas of concern that do need to be addressed, probably addressing these things during Capricorn where there is a greater sense of stability between partners, that would probably be a good time. Mars is in Scorpio, fixed water sign, think smoldering, magnetic, and tough. So go out there, get going, use your charisma. Mars is helping you along with that. Jupiter remains in Aquarius, which is a fixed air sign, which think innovation, invention, genius, very left brain creativity. And then Saturn is going to be in Aquarius as well, which is a fixed air sign. And in this position, think disciplined, persistent, and knowledgeable. Saturn has a lot to do with limitations and restrictions, but this is really about using that to your advantage of not being so scattered, not being easily distracted, not going, ooh, shiny. So if you're having problems with focusing, draw upon that Saturn energy while it is still in Aquarius and try to use that to your advantage so you can get a little bit of work done, especially if you're trying to do some pretty intensive research, but this, that, and the other keeps getting in the way. Draw upon the Aquarian energy in Saturn. It will help you. Uranus remains retrograding in Taurus, a fixed earth sign. This is still dealing with our relationship with the natural world, dealing with financial changes, and all around shaking of foundations. And as always, I would just like to point out, at least since we've come out of other retrogrades, there's nothing particular going on that's going to add to the steam of this energy coming from Uranus. So that's good. Neptune is still retrograding in Pisces, a mutable water sign. And with this, it's very active and vivid dream world. There's heightened psychic sensitivity, hyper creativity. And really, Neptune combined with the energies of Mercury and the energies of Jupiter, this is a good time for really getting into those creative projects and also being able to, well, just too intuitive, to go through it in a more natural, calming, go with the flow kind of way. You're not necessarily having to take an ultra regimented approach. Now, when it comes to the application of your creative ideas, that's when you are going to need the more regimented approach. And Saturn is there to help you. But for the brainstorming process, you have a really good alignment right now. And then we have Chiron, which is we have Pluto, which is in Capricorn, a cardinal earth sign. And in this position, Pluto is ambitious and powerful and logical and prudent. This is about endings. We see a lot of things going on in the world right now. We see a lot of things coming to an end. Things are not going to be as they once were. So for the areas of life that are absolutely within your own power, make use of this energy from Pluto to your own advantage. Understand that if something has passed in your life, it has passed, and start envisioning that and planning, really planning for the next phase and trying to figure out where you're going to be best situated for that. So other people don't end up making those decisions for you. Now we're ready for Chiron, which is retrograding in Aries, a cardinal fire sign. We're dealing with resurfaced wounds, working through pain, and having a difficult healing process. If you are working on that, I would encourage you to come to our workshops on Wednesday nights at Blackbird's Brew. Right now we're doing the Power of Release workshop, and those who participate in that will have an opportunity to also participate in shadow work, so you can start dealing with some of your more deep-rooted issues in a healthy and constructive way that will also build you up spiritually. We are in the Celtic tree month of Reed. Reed is the Inquisitor, which is about secrets kept, deep thinking, and honor. Now, the videos we have coming up for this week. Sunday, we'll be talking about Thor in his capacity of god of thunder and lightning. On Monday, we'll be looking at Frigga again in her capacity as a goddess of fertility. Then Tuesday, our Pagan Problems series continues, and it will be about building relationships with household spirits. Wednesday, we'll have our Journey Through the Tarot installment. We'll be looking at the devil. And then for divination demonstration, I picked a spread called Grateful Gatherings, because we are getting pretty close to Thanksgiving now. Then Thursday, which is a Thanksgiving-oriented, a Thanksgiving-themed video. It's about friendship across cultures, because that's one of the most powerful symbols that Thanksgiving has come to mean. Then Friday, Romance and Modern Mythology, we'll be looking at Jane Eyre and Mr. Rochester. And then next Saturday, we'll have our sneak peek, of course, and then we'll have our next Wicca 101 class, which will be about magical names. We'll have 2 voice chats this week. The first will be on Sunday, November 14th, 2021, at 3 p.m. Central Time. It'll be Wicca 101, Wiccan symbols. And we'll also be talking about not really the symbols themselves, because the symbols are pretty straightforward. There's nothing really controversial about them. But it'll be about ways in which we can use them, what symbolism means to us, what we've learned, what symbols we have learned are important to deities that we work with on a more ongoing basis, and what things have symbolic significance on a more personal level for ourselves. So lots to check out there. And of course, as always, on these chats, I do have guided meditations prepared, and that's been a pretty good group experience. And then Wednesday, November 17th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Central Time, we have our Power of Release workshop. We'll be focusing on the sacral chakra, and of course, one of our group members takes the lead in those chats, so that's very good. And again, if you are working on any kind of healing process in your life, if you're just wanting to get yourself into order, this would be a wonderful workshop for you to come and participate in, so everyone is very much invited to do so. But that is it for now. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please click on the invitation link in the description box below. That'll take you to our Discord server. And subscribe to this channel, like this video, leave me a comment, and I will see you in another one. Bye.